Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Make It a Double Double. This week we have crossed the pond yet again. We had to complete the set. We've gone half and half. We've got to complete the set. And this week we've got the man himself. We've got Gator Guy. Keith, how are we, my friend?
We are good, my friend. We are good. I'm glad to have the invite. I really appreciate all that you guys do. And, I get a ton of laughs when I get to listen to the pod on the road. So I appreciate that.
I just think we need more people on that just love us when we get the intro, and it's a nice little ego boost. I've not had enough ego boosts, but let's go straight in. Obviously, you're a few hours behind us, but let's get straight into the So Rare Saloon. What drinks have you brought for us today?
Yeah, so I told you to kind of like just open up your minds and your bar. So last name, I don't know how much that ever gets put on server data, but my last name is Jameson. The first thing everybody asks me when they're trying to make that polite bullshit small talk. Oh, are you related to the family? I'm like, do you think I'd be selling houses if I freaking owned like part of the Jameson fortune? No, I do not. But I do drink it. So I said, everybody get your, get some Jameson and then make a drink. And then what I think I told you guys I was going to make, I realized I didn't have. So I improvised, and we're going to make my wife's favorite drink with Jameson.
Nice.
So
what's your wife's favorite drink?
Yeah, so so over here in the U.S., pretty much we call everything, like if it just adds alcohol, we just say it's Irish. Like Irish root beer, Irish this, just a BS way for us to call it alcoholic. So she likes this Irish, we'll call it Irish root beer, I think is what one of the bars called it. But essentially it is some Baileys in a Baileys cup. We're going to add some Jameson, and then root beer is, nice. And not the stuff that, the down under guys were making you drink. We'll just go with an American staple, some A&W root beer over here.
Nice. Yeah, I tried root beer for the first time.
I'm waiting for the day someone tells us to bring Baileys because I love Baileys.
Well, I should have told you in advance then, right?
Do you know what? This is 26 episodes now.
Yep.
And I'm surprised we've not had Baileys yet. I am surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I try. I should have told you because I literally have this was like one of those gift. Do you guys have these gift boxes of alcohol?
Yeah.
Over there, where around holiday time, there was like, hey,
the Christmas special.
Yeah, and then throw the cups in just to charge you more.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've got a Baileys one because there was a hot chocolate that sounded nice. And then I tried it and it was rancid because obviously it tasted like fucking Baileys.
I love Baileys and hot chocolate.
But there's the little bit of color, a little bit of Baileys
nice.
Going around.
Nice.
I like it.
So I like how anytime anything is alcoholic, you refer to it as Irish. Because over here, whenever anything's trash, we refer to it as Scottish.
That got my co-host or the big time host in just a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. So that joke is like super old now, and everyone's got over it. But I just like dropping it in there every
I took you seriously. I'm like, see, Laird was right.
Well,
for the record, I'll say it here. He was right.
So Rare obviously think so because the way they've ranked the leagues, the MLS is above the Scottish Premier League. So
which I'm here to tell you guys, the MLS is complete trash, but it's our trash.
The MLS stinks.
It's our trash and we love it. But like I literally watched 2 games this weekend, and I don't always get to watch games. I'm like, God, they really do suck.
I knew that the MLS absolutely stunk when Jimmy Traore, who I watched, obviously Mark, you remember Jimmy Traore, I watched him score an own goal against Burnley at Turf Moor to knock you out of the FA Cup. And I watched him, I'm pretty sure it was for the Seattle Sounders, score a 40-yard screamer, like an absolute cannon. And then that's when I knew, this is an absolutely garbage league. Absolute garbage.
two things on that, mate. Jimmy Traore is a 2005 Champions League winner.
I knew that was coming because that was the same fucking year as well.
And second thing on that's the second time you've told that story on this pod.
Is it really? Yeah. See, mate, I'm tedious. I've only got so many stories, and we're recycling through the same
Coming
ones
to the
now.
end.
So
We're
back,
coming to the end.
so back to drinks, right? As you may or may not know from listening to the pod, Keith, I'm a big whiskey man. I'm a big whiskey drinker. I've got about 5 or 6 different bottles in the cupboard here. One that I don't have is Jameson's, unfortunately. And I did go to buy some, but they didn't have any small bottles. They only had big bottles at like 30 quid a go. And I like you, but not that much. So,
But if I made money from it, if I would have gotten like royalties, I would have expected it.
yeah, that's true. That is true. So I'll tell you what I have got though. I've got one of my own whiskies that I've got here, and my name is Mark, and I've got Maker's Mark.
Same
So
vibe. Same vibe. Yeah, I see what you're
sort of
doing.
vibe. I've also got the ginger ale, and I've got a whole lime to squeeze into it.
So is that an actual drink, by the way, over there? Because like
I've never had it.
I think people do drink whiskey with ginger ale, but I don't. The lime aspect, I don't think I've ever heard.
So I kid you not, when I sent you that drink, I met this. He's actually like a real estate YouTube streamer. Met him at a conference in Dallas, and he's like, "Let me buy you a drink," and I'm like, "I'll just drink whatever you are." He's like, "Jameson ginger ale." I'm like, "Never heard of that," and drank it. I was like, "That's actually pretty good. I like it."
I'd never drunk any form of ginger ale, beer, or anything until Saw Rare Down Under. So this is twice in 2 weeks for me.
So what are we saying on measure?
Here we
Oh,
go.
here we go.
This. Just stop. It's all.
He just
It's
drinks from the
half a
bottle,
glass
man.
of
Just fill the
whiskey.
bottle up with ginger ale.
It's so unnecessary. It's a Tuesday night.
Mark has saved me because I've had the same issue that Mark has had when it comes to buying the alcohol. So, you know, like you were just on about the little ones you get for holidays and Christmas and things like that.
Miniatures,
That
yeah.
was what I was looking for everywhere. Because I'm the opposite of Mark, and I despise whiskey. I've told this story before. Got drunk when I was 14 or something stupid, drinking whiskey. Never been able to smell it again. So I've gone for this, which is the famous. Is it Grouse?
Grouse.
Grouse.
Yeah, grouse.
It was a pack of 3 for about 7 quid. So I thought that seems quite reasonably valuable. It's a double shot. I'm going to hate every minute of this, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Have you got
get a bit of ASMR for you, Adam?
Oh yeah, oh nice.
Yeah, a little
I
pop.
like that one because I don't have any ASMR today because I've got mine pre-poured. I've obviously just got the ginger ale and I couldn't get a lime, so I've got a lemon instead. I assume it's citrusy, innit? I didn't know how much, so I've got 3 slices of lemon and I squeezed all of the rest of the juice in there.
It should be
So
good.
you can get fruit in Burnley.
This joke's on you, I'm in Derby. But what I will say is I've got it in my Eagles glass.
So I can't make this up. I just looked it up because as I made that joke about we call everything Irish, like that with alcohol.
Yeah.
So I just looked up what Jameson, ginger ale, and lime is called. An Irish buck or an Irish mule.
There you go.
There you go. Bang
I mean,
on.
there you go.
Proof is in the drink.
Lovely. Well, I've got my drink in my Eagles cup today because for anyone who does follow the NFL, Jason Kelsey retired yesterday, and that. So I mean, in fact, you know what? We'll get onto it in a minute because I want to ask you first, Keith, like we do everybody. It's the second question after the drink. So rare. Where did you find it? How did you get involved? Where are you at now?
Yeah. So obviously, like I've talked about it before on pods. But I still play daily fantasy soccer a lot. Have fallen in love with. That's how I got into football. By the way, I'm going to screw up if I say DFS soccer. We literally call it DFS soccer over here. The platform literally says soccer.
You can call it soccer. It's fine.
All right. Don't want to offend too many people. We're already calling some leagues trash on here. But yeah. So did that and
sorry, Aaron's face.
That is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth, and I had some horrid things in there, to be honest.
I was about to say the opposite. This is delicious with the
we just got a new drink for you.
Yeah,
This
the
is
citrusy
amazing.
kick with the ginger. It's delicious.
This is going to be a long Tuesday evening.
So,
Ooh,
so I
like
guess
that.
I guess the cheap whiskey wasn't a good idea.
Mm.
But
Sorry,
In a million.
yeah,
no,
carry
no,
on.
no.
I liked it.
Yeah, so no, just had that. Laird actually, he was somebody that we both knew each other from doing content, like not together at that time. Funny enough, he worked for RotoWire. I owned a small site with friends, and I literally, there's some terrible videos out there. Literally, I'm in my car because I had no time. I would just be in my car rattling off like what are some like top plays, some guys to target for the weekend. Audio was terrible. I was probably wearing these exact headphones, thinking that it was like drowning out the hybrid engine of my car. Was not. And yeah, so I think Laird started talking more and more about the So Rare game, and talked to one buddy that I knew, and he already was in it. Decided to give it a go. I still remember how haven't gone back to like the first episode of Make It Double. How long have each of you all been on the platform? Like when you onboarded, how did you draft your teams?
December 21, I think.
Okay, so you're probably about the same time as me, Adam.
Yeah,
But
December 21 as well.
Do you remember
September 21, I think.
Okay. So do you guys remember, or was I don't know if I was 21 or 20, but you used to get, it was almost like a salary cap with your commons. And then you only got to use the commons, I want to say it was either 6 times or 8 times. And then they're just like, screw you. If you want to play anymore, you get to buy some real cards. And it was only rares at that time. So
I never even heard that.
No,
yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so I
remember
might
that
be
at all.
I might be 2020 then, but literally I remember like staring at like you had to fit the cap on these commons to get in there, and I literally stressed over it for like a week and a half, and then literally I was stressing so long, all the prices changed. I was screwed over. I didn't do enough research. I thought I could change my team every week. I thought it was like daily fantasy. Found it wasn't. Was crushed because I like had some terrible, like I think I know I had 2 Tadic right away, which now I've nicknamed him Dusty.
Dusty, yeah, Dusty Tadic.
Dusty Doosan, man. Trying to think, like Chesney was my goalkeeper, all this stuff in commons, and I was stressing out over it. But then my first rare buy, when I started flipping cards, this guy, he's pretty good still. Grimaldo was my first ever rare card that I bought before he was this Grimaldo. So that's my little silver.
I hope you've still got him.
No, I mean, I was very fortunate. When I started, obviously, it was before all the boom and stuff happened. And I got a small amount of money on the site. And I just was like, I wasn't interested in SO5. I'm just like, I can buy these cards. And a couple of days later, if I pick the guy that has a good game, somebody buys him right away for, it felt like at that point, double the price. So I was just flipping to build a balance up, and had told Laird and a couple other guys that were trying to help me early on, like, look, I'm just going to build up a good balance. And then once I have enough balance, then I'll start playing. But until then, I'm just going to flip. And that's what I did.
Well, I accidentally flipped I don't think I've told this on the pod, actually. I accidentally flipped my first few players, and it made me think that So Rare was the easiest game in the world. Because
100%.
So I joined in December, so I was like, oh, I'll buy a couple of MLS players. I like the MLS. There's obviously some MLS players there. I bought a lad called Josh Williams, who I have no idea what he's doing now. I bought another guy.
I own a Josh Williams super rare, by the way. He doesn't.
There you go, lovely. I bought a rare Josh Williams I think I paid like 25 quid for it. And I bought another card that I can't remember what he's called, midfielder, that I paid 60 quid for. And then when the season came round, I sold Josh Williams for 65 quid. And I sold the midfielder for like 110 quid. Like doubled my money on both cards. I was like, this is the easiest game in the world. Why doesn't everybody do this? And then I'm pretty sure the next player I bought was a guy called Marco Kvasina. That he was on loan where was he on loan? I think he was on loan in Switzerland. And he tore his cruciate ligament. I paid £190 for him, and 2 days later, he was worth 40 quid. So that was all the money that I'd just made immediately gone.
So just one more just came into my mind as Adam was talking about this. I guess is how long I've been on the platform. One of my first buys was Gravenberch.
Nice.
Not that one. Nope.
Oh,
you know he had a brother? I'm
No.
assuming it's a brother. Denzel Gravenberch.
Denzel Gravenberch.
Scored 2 goals. I think it was like what is Sparta Rotterdam or something like that.
All right.
I trade that guy. Like at that point in the site, people actually were interested in Denzel Gravenberch because there were so few teams on the platform too. So yeah, that's one of my fun ones to think back on. Not I own a Gravenberch.
Denzel Gravenberch is Ryan Gravenberch's older brother.
Oh, there you
go. He now plays in the Dutch second division.
The little things we figure out on So Rare, right?
If that's not a testament to how almost everybody's So Rare journey goes, that's the MLS as well. We've talked about it before. The red card, the red X roulette that you get playing in the MLS. But as you've obviously welcomed in the start of the MLS season, how's that gone for you so far?
Complete shit show.
Don't want to talk about it.
No.
Yeah. Hold on.
Sorry, right, hold on. I'm going to say this right. I don't care who runs that league. Who allowed LAFC to play in 3 inches of fucking snow the other night?
That was freaking hilarious. That was. I saw like a one tweet that was like, "This is not what Hugo Lloris thought he was signing up for when he said come play in Los Angeles."
Yeah.
As he has like an inch of snow on his head.
He had like that much snow sat on top of his head.
Adam, it's because he's just like the guy in the corner. We're allowed to curse on this, right? We're good.
Yeah, of course you are.
He's like, the fuck I'm gonna move. Just freaking come down on me. He was done.
Ridiculous.
He's like, I don't know why the hell I'm here. Like, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna stop shots. I'm gonna stand in this spot until the ref says I can go home.
And he really stood on business because he did not move.
You go from planning for months and months and months. I get a LAFC stack. I even risked the whole Buanga move for the entire off-season.
Such a nice stack as well. It looks so good.
It looks great. And then the first game, Aaron Long decides to give away a penalty in the last 10 minutes. The next game you can't even see because there's too much snow going on. So I just know that they've got who's Tim Mellier play for?
Sporting Kansas City. Yeah.
That's who they've got at the weekend.
That's KC.
And they've got them at home, and I just know something's going to happen where like the bus crashes or something on the way to the game or something. I've just got no luck with it whatsoever.
I love that it's not like, oh, who does Johnny Russell play for, or who does Alan Pulido play for?
Yeah, it should have been Johnny Russell.
It's 38-year-old Tim Miller.
That's because one of my mates who plays Sora has got him in Champ America this weekend is Tim Mellier. So I was like, you've got no chance of keeping a clean sheet, and he thinks that he's going to ruin my weekend. So
again, he was last year when I was like, do you know what, this is it. I'm buying into rares. I'm going to grind those thresholds. This is what's going to happen. Tim Melia for £190. That's a bargain. I think he's going to come back and start. Plays 2 games out for the rest of the season. Fantastic.
Well, the funniest part about that is their backup to start was a guy named John Poolskamp. Who's a U23. He's played I think some Olympic qualifiers and he looked half good. I don't know if you remember. They benched his ass 2 games later, and they start this Kendall McIntosh.
Yeah. Who he's one of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen in my life.
So you know what the best thing I could say about him watching some games? He tries really hard. He does everything at 100 miles an hour, and he's running out.
Yeah, but that's not what you want from a goalkeeper.
You don't get points for sweating. You don't get points. You're better off being Hugo and just standing still and just going F the snow.
I love how, Adam, you said it's the worst goalkeeper you've ever seen, and you're watching James Trafford week in, week out.
Hey, don't knock James Trafford because he's in my watch list to get purchased sometime soon. So
right.
He will turn it round.
I mean, he'll get much better in the championship. That's how it works, right?
Exactly.
You've brought it up. Let's talk about
it. On my radar for next year.
So, no, because I want your guys' opinions on this. So we know I've been Trafford's biggest critic, as well as his biggest supporter, and I'm back on the hate wagon because he fucking stinks. But that's not the point. What are your opinions on booing / borderline abusing an individual player, at the game? Because on Sunday, I'm at the point now where I just feel sorry for Trafford because he can't win. We were trying to play it out from the back. He played a couple of nice little passes. Every time he gave the ball to Dara Rocher, he turned round and gave it him straight back. What's he supposed to do? So he gets booed for that. Then there were a couple of times he tried to play it over the top to like Brun Larson running onto it. He got booed for that. Then Solanke closed him down, and the fact that he did this when we're second bottom is insane. But he like rolled it one way and then rolled it straight back, sent Solanke for a half-time pie. He got booed for that. He literally can't win. If Muric had done that, it would have been like the greatest goalkeeping that had ever happened.
If I'm honest, mate, I would have happily gone on the pitch, taken Jonathan Hogg's boots off, and never let him play a game of football ever again.
I suppose it's not a good week for me to ask you that after Jonathan Hogg.
He has ruined my entire Saturday. We had the only chance in a long time to beat Leeds at home, and that knobhead decided to go and get sent off in the first half when we were winning, and he should never wear our kit again. I don't care what anyone says, club captain or not, he's done his service, he's done his 10 years, he's got a mural in Huddersfield, now he can fuck off back to where he wants to go. I don't give a shit. I cannot stand him.
But you know what? It matters differently though, right? Like when a guy's like just genuinely struggling versus he's just a fucking moron, right? Like that's a big.
So
he's also past it as well. You know them players that are playing a year or two.
Yeah,
yes.
Legs have gone.
He's a yard behind everything.
Yeah.
I took my mate to the game and I said, put as much money as you physically got in your life on Jonathan Hogg to get booked. And the first tackle he did, he injured our player and their player and got booked for it.
Crying out loud.
13 minutes, I think it was, to get booked, and I knew it was going to happen all day.
Well, that sounds like it didn't take him very long to get booked.
I was about to say that. You're centre half, Adam.
Do you know how long it took fucking Dara O'Shea to get booked on Sunday?
3 minutes?
32 seconds.
How was it?
32 seconds, because Bournemouth tried to play a ball down the side. He tried to kick it up the pitch, sliced it into the crowd, but he sliced it so poorly, it immediately bounced back onto the pitch. So he was 40 yards out of position. So he just ran past and punched the ball out of Semenyo's hands.
I was listening to it on 5 Live, mate, and even Clinton Morrison called him a moron. And if Clinton Morrison is calling you a fucking moron...
Honestly, we were sat like at the other side, and we were just looking at each other like, what the fuck has he just done? Why has he done that?
As well. Centre half.
He's a fucking tit. Honestly, he's an absolute tit.
The thing is with Trafford, though, mate, that's his instructions from company.
Yeah.
That's coming from company, not just him as well. So
exactly,
you know, if company's instructing him to do that and he can't physically do it, then put Muric in or change your system.
Well, he evidently can't change the system, otherwise he would have done. But the Muric Trafford thing, Trafford's obviously our number one goalkeeper. Fine, if that's what you want to do, fine. It's got us relegated, but fine, you've made your decision now. But at this point,
by the way.
At this point, Muric must know, like they must have had a conversation to say, listen, we're going to go with James going forward. He must know that. So, for company, come out and say, Trafford's our starting goalkeeper for the rest of the season, no matter what. At least that way, people.
Say that, though. He's already proven it by playing him.
Yeah, right, but the way that it's happening at the minute, at least that would get people off his back, because that's company taking response, saying, listen, I'm picking him no matter what. So at least that way, people might just fucking leave him. Honestly,
shouting, booing the referee at half time, booing him off, saying you've ruined the game for sending him off. And then they all saw the clip at half time where he's elbowed him square in the face and gone,
oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it's his second yellow, that.
Yeah, well, we gave away a blatant free kick on Sunday, and because the ref gave the free kick, we chanted Premier League corrupt as fuck for 20 minutes. Because, God forbid, someone actually does some refereeing.
Speaking of Burnley and chants, Adam, there's one thing I just wanted to ask you. How many times this season have Burnley fans been at Turf Moor and chanted Champione, Champione, ole, ole, ole?
Not once.
No. I went to Plymouth Argyle v Ipswich Town on Saturday, right? Plymouth Argyle at home to Ipswich Town, right? The Plymouth Argyle fans, and I follow Plymouth Argyle because it's not far from where I grew up. Don't necessarily support them die hard, but, I keep an eye out for them. Want them to do well. The whole fucking stand is stood up. Bearing in mind, they're like 16th in the championship. chanting Championes, Championes, because they won League One last year.
But so the only difference there
Yeah.
is who came second.
True.
That's
Is that the reason?
I imagine it's not every game, but it's more of a we were better than you last year.
Maybe.
It doesn't quite work when Ipswich are second in the league and have every chance of getting promoted to the Premier League. Doesn't quite hit the same.
And
But I
Plymouth
imagine
are awful as well.
I imagine if we beat Sheffield United, which we might fucking not do, I might take the opportunity to sing Championes to them because it's the only time I'll ever get to be happy again.
I think it's
Adam,
wild
I'm
that
telling you
Plymouth.
now, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, isn't it wild? Plymouth has that really good player though too right now. That's like Prem rumors, right? Whitaker.
Morgan Whitaker.
Morgan
yeah.
Whitaker.
Yeah,
He was from
really
Derby,
good.
wasn't he?
Swansea.
I'm sure he's from Derby originally. Let me have a look.
Just a different country, mate.
I don't know why though. I have a
just a different country.
I don't know if it's American in me, but these guys like him that just rip shots that just are like, I have a yard of space, I'm gonna shoot it. Like I just appreciate that. I don't know if that's an American part of me with football,
Fucking
but
hell.
like just so many guys are like, no, square pass, square pass, square pass.
No,
And
that's like
Yeah.
Whitaker is just like rip. Like
I didn't
you look at the
realise
box
that
score,
he's-
he's 4 or 5 shots a goal.
He's got better than a goal a game for Plymouth.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
shots like if you
He's
look at
fine.
shots on
Crazy.
target too, he's like 3-4 shots on target a game.
That's
And
mad.
they'll do like
He is
8-9 shots.
he's from Derby, by the way.
Oh, fair enough.
There you go. So fuck off, Aaron. It's the right country. Not bad. I know how much you like when I'm wrong, but it doesn't happen
I
often.
know.
Keith, let me ask you. Gator Guy. Where does it come from?
So it's
Are you
so
like
funny that
the
just
American
happened on the
Steve?
pod.
Are
Do
you
you
like
know
the
what?
American Steve Irwin, or?
Do you know what? I wanted to ask that question, but I just
Yeah.
listened to the So Rare Data podcast.
Oh, really?
Literally nobody's asked. It just came up, but no, we'll say it again here. So
I fell asleep for the hour and a half before the podcast. Otherwise, I would have watched.
it's okay. Believe me, it's okay. But no, I went to college at it's called University of Florida. They're the Gators. So it was actually during the time too. I don't know if you guys went through it, but probably like 2005 to 2009, online poker was like the thing to do. And
Mhm.
so you had to make a screen name on the sites, and I was like, I'm at UF Gator Guy, and I was a big Michael Jordan fan. I was always a basketball player growing up, so I'm like 23 because I'm like
Nice.
Michael Jordan at this poker, and they're like, nope, that's taken. So I'm like 1.
University of Florida. That is where Tim Tebow went, right?
Yep, during the same time, I was very, very lucky.
That's a good time to go to college.
Two national championship footballs and 2 times basketball as well.
Nice.
So that
And
was
for you-
a very good time to be in school.
For you two, Tim Tebow is one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time.
I mean,
Okay.
But
just players. But you know what,
did
I
not
always tell
translate
people-
into the NFL.
Yeah, what I tell people too. Unfortunately for them, I graduated. We haven't won a championship since I left.
It's your
So,
fault.
You know,
It's your fault.
maybe at some point go back for that grad degree so they can win again. Nope.
Mark,
Yeah.
because I'm sleepy and I need the pickup,
Mm.
can we play Tenable?
Yeah, sure.
I need the pickup. I need to watch Aaron lose so that it like invigorates me. It makes me feel good about myself. Gives Keith the ego boost. And you famously come with some quite nice questions.
Yeah, so these two questions are quite heavily linked to each other, actually. Keith, presumably, if you've listened, you know the rules.
I do.
Brilliant. Okay.
I love that.
So before I reveal the question, would you like to face Aaron first or Adam first?
I mean, whoever. I don't care. Let's go with Adam. We'll go Adam first.
All right, Adam
to
first.
wake him up, or maybe I'm trying to get him while he's still half asleep.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
pissed off about all the Burnley talk.
Okay.
That's never going away.
So the first question is, right, at the 2022 World Cup, England played USA in a 0-0 draw. What I'd like you to tell me is the 10 outfield players that started for the United
USA.
States of America in that game.
The 10
That's a great
outfield
one.
players.
Just because there's a home field advantage, Adam, I'm going to let you go first to get the first couple of layups.
I'll
Before you
start
say
off.
one, Adam, before you say
Yeah.
one, I'm really, really hoping that because he said they're really closely related, it means I get to do the other team.
I think you are. So, do you know what? I'll kick things off with probably your favourite American, Aaron. And I'll say Weston McKennie.
Weston McKennie is on the list. Number 8. Right
Yeah,
wing.
also a shit list.
We'll go Captain America, Christian Pulisic.
Christian Pulisic is on the list. Number 10, left wing.
I forgot about Pulisic. Shit. You've thrown that back
that
way
was
too
the, that was the one I thought you were going to take. That was
No,
the layup
you've thrown that back at me way too quickly. Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams is on the list. Centre midfield, number 4.
Captain. I think he was
Stop naming
captain. I think Tyler Adams was captain. So I'll go Serginho Dest.
Serginho Dest is on the list. Right back, number 2. I don't know why I'm giving you the numbers, but yeah.
I was like, good number.
These are the squad numbers, by the way, not the numbers of the list.
You said you just wanted outfield, didn't you? Because that's the 10.
just outfield players.
Who will have played centre back that game?
Oh, it's going to test your MLS knowledge. Giving you some hints here, Adam.
Yeah, that is a hint.
That's helpful.
There's also 2 Prem players in there.
There's 2 Prem players in there.
And one, I'm trying to think, one might be a centre back.
Oh,
I know the 2.
yeah, no, of course, it's your boy. Surely it's Tim Ream.
Tim Ream, number 13, is on the list.
Nice.
All right, so he did start because they were rotating a little bit. So I'm trying to debate if I go to their center back right now. I'm going to send to it. I'm going to go ahead. I think Walker Zimmerman was the other center back at that point.
Oh, see, that's
You
the other one that I was going to go for.
Correct. Walker Zimmerman was the other centre back.
Because the only reason I was going to bring up, it could have been, I can't remember if his knee was done, but Miles Robinson was, I think, the other one that was rotating. So I couldn't remember between the 3 of those guys.
Well, we would have got those together because I was going to say Walker Zimmerman.
There we go.
So you've got the left back to get, the other centre midfielder, and the 2 strikers.
So I don't think he's a striker. I don't think he's a striker anymore.
Well, it's let me just say it's showing as a 4-4-2 on my screen. Whether that was actually the formation or not, I don't know.
And our strikers are complete and utter shit, by the way.
So I think he was a forward when he was at Lille, but he's not a forward now that he's at Juventus, because I think Tim Weah will have played.
Tim Weah is on the list.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been shipped out to right wing back, by the way, at Juventus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go left back as Anthony Robinson.
Anthony Robinson, the other Premier League player, also at Fulham, is on the list.
Oh, fucking hell.
So you got 2 more to get, centre mid and the other striker.
The only other... Oh, will they have played? So there's 2 American strikers and they're both in the Championship, aren't they? You've got... I won't say one of them. This is a 50-50 punt on which one I take, to be honest.
It's good because I feel like you had a striker. I want to do the centre mid.
You want the centre mid?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you don't want the striker, then the 2 strikers that I'm thinking of are Josh Sargent.
Name them both because you might get a go still.
Well, no, because he said he's going to go for the centre mid anyway.
I've got the centre mid right. I'm not worried about that.
So Josh Sargent and Hadji Wright are the 2 that I'm thinking of. Because I think he had a good season. Was he in Turkey last year? I'll say Hadji Wright.
So if you went for Josh Sargent...
Oh, fuck's sake.
He wouldn't have been on the list because he came off the bench that game.
Okay.
Hadji Wright started the game.
Wow.
Yeah, sick.
I think that might have been Wright's only start too, because we were all pissed off. The midfield is Yunus Musa.
Yunus Musa is on the list.
Is he the boy that's at AC Milan now?
Yeah.
So you boys have just had a full house.
That's the first one.
Why didn't I go?
I love that. Aaron, you know the rules. Like, you fuck up first, and then I bring it home. That's what happens.
Yeah, you brought it home. I got to take it away.
So I'm actually really impressed. We're going to have to call that a tie.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That was good. No, that was impressive. Hold on, let's see if Adam gets it. Who was in goal?
Oh, who's in goal? Oh.
Give you a clue, it's not Brad Guzan.
or another really shitty MLS goalkeeper right now, Zach Steffen. It was not him either.
Oh, is it
I
not?
think I might know who it is.
American. Matt Turner?
Correct.
That's what I was going to say. He's
Nice.
the only
Yeah,
Prem
he's
one I
shit.
can
He's shit as well.
Would you like a very quick tiebreaker?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, go on.
Okay, so I said that Josh Sargent came off the bench.
Yeah.
Three other players came off the bench for the United States in that game. Can you tell me who they are?
Oh my god, that's brutal. Can you give us positions? That's the only chance I have.
Striker. One of them's a striker. One of them's a midfielder, and the other one's, I think, a right back.
All right, do you want me to go first, Adam? Because I'm going to go like risky as hell.
Okay, because
Okay.
I've got a punt at the defender.
Okay, I'm going to punt the striker. I'm going to guess it was. So I think you might have to give me some. He's been called like multiple things, but I think it's PFOC. But I've also seen him like Sibachu. Is like I don't know why he goes by both, but he's in the Bundesliga now.
Oh.
Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
What do you think so? Because he's got a different name. Yeah.
Hang on.
Who's this?
He's a big, tall striker.
He
in
is
Switzerland,
in the Bundesliga. And
yeah,
actually,
he's in the Bundesliga.
yeah, he's in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
What's he called?
And actually,
Jordan,
whether
I think
Wikipedia have got the right place here, he was born in Sunderland.
Yeah, this is part of that movement of all the. We just started realizing that we were shit at football, so we just started trying to steal as many guys as we could from other countries.
Well, the defender that I was going to go for was.
So it was. Hold on, it was Sibachu because I'm just looking at the Sofa score. They do have him Sibachu. I was right.
Sibachu.
Or did it go by like Jordan Pfock? Just go by the first name. Is it Jordan?
No.
No. Okay, then I was wrong.
Who was the forward?
Giovanni Reina.
Oh my god, he was freaking.
in my head.
Of course,
So he was benched that whole tournament because
that's crazy.
Because you guys remember the story?
No.
Okay? So it was a big deal over here, but his dad is Giovanni
Claudio
Reina,
Reina.
who was why did I say Giovanni? Claudio Reina.
Yeah.
So I guess Claudio Reina, I believe it's his wife, and Greg Berhalter's wife were like best friends.
Okay.
And I guess Berhalter got really drunk in college and abused his wife. And I guess it got thrown out because they ended up getting married. And they were pissed about how Gio wasn't playing, and they decided to leak it during the World Cup.
Shit.
Fuck me. So I probably have the small details wrong. At least we're not getting.
Crazy.
At least you guys aren't getting 10 million views this year, maybe next year, so I won't get in trouble for slander. But essentially, it was something to do with that. And then, if you guys remember, after the World Cup, because this is USA football, we're completely and utter shit. You think Burnley shit? Just watch USA Soccer. And we fired Greg Berhalter, and then we hired him back.
Yeah, I was going to say I remember you hiring him back.
But and so they did the whole interview process, and they're like, "Well, he interviewed the best." It's like,
yeah, but he just goes, "Oh Christ, yeah,
that's
ridiculous." Because he did an interview a couple of years ago for the same job,
and he knows all the guys. He was literally the last coach.
The defender, I'm going on a punt because I'm going to go for another Nashville defender.
Oh.
Because I'm sure he was in the squad with
right.
Zimmerman, and I think it was Shaq Moore.
Shaquille Moore is correct.
That was great. Well done.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
the forward was Gio Reyna. Damn it.
Yeah, so we had
Gio
Reyna, Josh Sargent, Shaquille Moore. Any last guesses on the midfielder?
The midfielder.
I'll give you...
Oh, Brendan Aronson.
Brendan Aronson is correct.
Of course.
Another scum player.
Yeah, why did he... Oh, Jesse Marsh. Of course it was. I was like, why the fuck signed so many Americans?
Yeah, he loves some Brendan
he ruined Leeds.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll call that a tie, I think. Okay.
Yeah,
that was good stuff, Adam. Very good stuff.
Thank you.
before I do the next
So,
list,
so excited.
as you were semi-right, so in in the World Cup of 2010,
Yes.
England played the United States of America, and they played out a 1-1 draw.
1-1.
So,
It is
what I
the
would like to
shittiest goal
know,
I've ever seen in the World Cup, by the way.
what I would like to know are the 10 outfield players who started for England in that game.
I think I only know the
Incredible.
goalkeeper. So tell me if
Incredible.
I'm right here real quick, Mark. Tell me if I'm right. The goalkeeper, which is before my football fandom, so all I know is he looked like the worst player I've ever seen was Robert Green.
Yeah, it definitely was Rob Green.
He fumbled that Clint Dempsey
Hold on.
P-roller.
I thought you were giving it away
Clint
then.
Dempsey missed, literally whiffed on the ball and was just
Yeah.
rolling.
And he threw it into the back of the net. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I remember for that game.
That's Rob Green.
Oh, God, I don't know if I have any shot here, but let's go.
More annoyed at the pressure that's on me now, because if I do fuck this is probably the most embarrassing loss so far.
I think if you went quintessential 2010,
Yeah, I'm thinking it's 14 years ago now. I should know the majority of these.
I just need you to get one right to at least help me with the time frame.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
So 14 years ago, I'm going to go for Rio Ferdinand.
So Rio Ferdinand is not on the list.
I'm gonna get one. Thank you for at least giving me the time frame. I'm gonna go Stevie G then.
I think it's just after his time.
Is it? Fuck.
Either that or he was injured. Steven Gerrard is, of course, on the list. He also scored in that game.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say
and was captain.
It was him that scored.
See, 14 years. This is where my issue is. 2010 doesn't seem long ago, and then when he takes 14 years, it throws me off massively.
So long. It's so long ago.
I'm going to go for Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney, England's number 10, highest ever goal scorer, is on the list.
This might be my last one I get right. I'm going to go Frank Lampard, right next to Gerrard.
Frank Lampard is on the list.
Now, this is the thing. If it was after Rio's time, our defenders are shit. Like, we had a period of, 10 years, maybe, if not maybe less, where we've just had really average centre-halves.
I think you've overshot that slightly.
You think?
Yeah.
No, this might be the one I get. I think it's thought of one more name. I think I got one more left.
See, if it's after Rio, surely it's after JT.
Just go to attackers, Aaron. Aaron, just go to attack. For the sexier plays anyways. Just go up there.
Adam, if you throw me an absolute stinker, I'm going to go John Terry.
Damn it!
So, you know how Adam likes to play games.
Yeah, please don't tell
Me?
me that.
Not me.
Mr. Chelsea himself, John Terry, is on the list.
Yeah, has to be.
I won't do that to you, pal. Come on.
I'm going to be really embarrassed by the name I'm going to throw out because I don't even know if he ever played for England. But I think the time is right. I think it's right back. He's complete and utter shit, which means he probably played for England. Glenn Johnson?
So
You can't call Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson was sick.
Not when I watched him. Maybe I missed the better time for him.
I mean,
Can't be right.
You're forgetting that solo run and slot into the bottom corner against Chelsea. Keith,
I do remember that goal. I also remember a lot of crosses never beating the first guy.
That's true. But you'll be happy to know that Glenn Johnson is on the list.
You got to be kidding me! All right, guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna leave now. That was complete. I swear, by the way, the phone is not on.
Didn't you? Was he on the list?
Yeah, Glenn Johnson was on the list.
No idea why. You know what? I think the reason why, because I think I just didn't like him, and I remember him playing like he's good enough to play for this team.
So you've got the left centre back, the left back, the left mid, right mid, and the other striker.
Pressure's on here. I just thought of another one.
I'm going to go with Ashley Cole.
Damn it!
Ashley Cole, arguably England's greatest ever left back, is on the list.
Arguably, going to throw it out there, the greatest left back of all time.
Yeah.
That was the one that just came to my head
Gonna
because
throw
he
that
was
out there.
complete. Can we just all agree he was complete shit in the MLS?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. He was at Galaxy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awful. And he's an absolute bellend as well.
Yeah.
Awful person. Awful
Is he really?
person.
I remember there
complete
was one game I
scumbag.
watched. He got like a red card in I think like 32 seconds, like with 2 yellows.
Yeah, he like shot like youth like work experience people, like kids with like air rifles and stuff. He was a bad guy.
We've all done it.
Okay, so as you got the other centre back, you got the 2 wings to get, and the other striker.
I just said Ashley Cole, mate.
Oh, sorry, Keith's go.
Ugh.
The wingers are throwing me off.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Okay, would you like a clue for one of the wingers?
Can I give him a clue for one of the wingers?
Go on then.
If I'm right, I think there's a former Burnley player on the wing.
You are correct.
That's not going to help me at all.
There's
We
also
all know
No
all the
way.
ex-Burnley players.
there's
Is
also
he current Burnley player or?
Keith. Let me tell you that.
I
Let me tell you
Tell you the
that
answer.
2 of the 4 still to get are ex-Liverpool players.
think you're getting set up.
Okay,
Here,
I'm gonna go ahead and go striker then. One of my favorite Liverpool players ever,
Oh,
and Daniel
I know
Sturridge.
it. Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Daniel Sturridge, or am I wrong?
Daniel Sturridge. I think it's a bit before his time.
I think it's a bit early. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
he's not on the list.
But shout out because I love Daniel Sturridge.
The one that is up front tried to do a step over in this game and kick the ball out for a throw in.
Most England strikers for you. The Liverpool comments now give me an answer, but I also don't know if it's thrown me off as well.
Ooh, I like that. This drink is delicious.
I'm going to go for a winger, and this could be embarrassing if it's not. Oh, we're going to say, oh, no, he can't. I just don't remember him in an England shirt, but it's really.
I love Aaron's existential crisis that he has every week.
It's just, it gets to a point, mate, where I don't sleep. I'm also trying to think of like, if you go in Liverpool and centre half, is it Jamie Carragher?
So Jamie Carragher came off the bench in that
I knew
game
you were going to say that.
at half time. So is that game over?
I think that's
Oh,
game
yeah,
over,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Can I take a punt at the rest?
Go on then.
What do we need?
So
Centre
you
back.
need centre back, right wing, left wing, and striker.
So the ex-Burnley player is Aaron Lennon.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure on the other side was James Milner.
Correct.
Oh my
I'm
god!
so glad I didn't say who I had in my head then.
The fella who tried to step over was Emil Heskey.
Correct.
And I'm pretty sure an ex-Burnley player came on for him because that was Peter Crouch.
Correct.
And the centre back. If it's not Rio, Matthew
I was going to say
Upson
Gary
was
Cahill,
20.
but then I'd bottled it.
I think it's
That's
too
pretty
early. I think it's just too early for his England career. I think it's the back end of Ledley Kings.
So if you had said Matthew Upson, you would have been incorrect.
Because he was 2014, right?
If you had said Michael Dawson, you'd have been
hell.
incorrect.
Oh.
Ledley King is on the list.
Fucking come on.
This is why I really am so happy
Yeah.
Burnley are shit.
So
But can we all say that England team, now that it's looking back, that's a complete
Awful.
shit team.
Awful.
With like
Yeah.
some legendary team
Awful.
players.
Yeah.
how many
Horrible.
followers does Nicholas have had?
I think he's got 31.3 thousand.
17.2, I think.
And for one final bit of fun, I said that Jamie Carragher and Peter Crouch came off the bench. Can you name the other player that came off the bench for England?
What position?
A
Winger.
winger. Yeah.
Can you just someone randomly like Jermaine Pennant or something really weird?
It is a double-barreled surname.
Is it Ian Wright son?
It is Ian Wright's son.
Oh,
Nice.
And it's not Bradley Wright Phillips.
It's not the New York Red Bulls all-time goal scorer,
No.
Bradley Wright Phillips.
Sean Wright Phillips.
I was going to say, didn't you go through a time where you had 2 Wright Phillips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we had Bradley and Sean.
So
I don't think Bradley ever quite cracked the England squad, did he?
But then
I don't think
to
he
show how shit the MLS is, became a legend.
Is he still Red Bulls
He's a-
all-time leading goal scorer?
Probably. Him or Sasha Pleishton. One of the two of them. That
So
should be Bradley Wright Phillips.
before we completely move on, so the USA team was Tim Howard, Chirindolo.
That's
Cherundolo,
the hold
yeah.
on, excuse me. That is LAFC's coach now, Steve Cherundolo.
Nice.
Jay Demerit,
Jay Demerit, Watford legend. Yeah.
Onyewu,
Yep.
Fulham legend Carlos Bocanegra,
Yeah.
another Fulham legend Clint Dempsey.
Yeah.
Who scored the goal?
Yeah. Recently,
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
Recently retired Michael Bradley.
Yep.
R. Clark, not sure who that is, to be honest.
Landon Donovan should be there.
Yeah, Landon
Yeah, Donovan will be in
Donovan. Finley. Is it Ryan Finley?
I don't know that name. And
Not sure.
it was Ricardo Clark. I couldn't stand that guy.
Yeah.
But
And
Mo.
the big bad Josie
Altidore. Josie Altidore.
Josie.
What a player, Josie
There you
Altidore.
go. I hope
He
she
played
likes
for
him.
Sunderland.
I don't know why, but I say Josie Altidore the same way I say Ricky Pooch. Who we're gonna claim as our own soon enough. We're gonna
Yeah.
get us
I like
walk
that.
walk right into the USA squad. Go, this still is shit.
Almost as good as Simon from Sarah Down Under's Rasmus Hoyland.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all the. Well, I enjoyed that. That was a lovely throwback. That was a big fan. Nice to brush up on my USA knowledge. Shall we go straight into Surrey darts, Aaron?
Yeah, it's probably just as disappointing as my performance in
Yeah.
10 of all. But,
Yeah, I can't even remember who I picked, but I know it was someone fucking shit.
Yeah, he plays for Burnley, mate, so that's just a given.
Yes.
Bergzorg was my pick at home to Leeds. Didn't do much. He actually played quite well, but AA-wise did nothing. 38.6. Mark,
Who was that?
You went Igor
Bergzorg.
Bergzorg, yeah.
Yeah.
Igor David, did you say he was called?
Aviv.
Daviv, 48.4, steady away. And then you went Fafana, 39.1.
So, what I will say is I hadn't seen David Datro Fofana in person. I'd only gone off the fact that I'd seen him score a few goals. So Sunday was the first time I got to see him live, to be fair. What a fucking donkey. What a useless twat that fella is. He literally...
So weren't you bigging him up before?
Yeah, because he scored a few goals. I thought he was an absolute fucking bagsman. But he stinks. Literally, he set Bournemouth on a counter-attack because Burge fizzed the ball into him, and somehow, even though the ball was on the floor, it bounced off his knee and put Solanke clean through on goal. Fucking donkey. Absolute donkey. I can't believe it.
It'll be good next year.
Yeah,
So,
well, he's on loan, so I hope I never see him again. Also, interesting facts about Sunday, I threatened to bottle Dara O'Shea, and the woman who I was buying the drink off tried not to give me the drink.
Not something you should probably admit, to be honest, pal.
Yeah, no, I forgot. It was only a bottle of Coke. It wasn't like a proper bottle.
It was the 85th minute, so he tried to bottle him from the way own.
They do the fucking thing where they take the caps off because that's going to protect everybody. And I said, to be fair, yeah, today's probably a good day. Otherwise, I'll end up bottling Dara O'Shea. And she was very hesitant for giving me my bottle of Coke Zero.
I don't blame her. She was probably more surprised to see you at the game. She'd only seen you walking out by that point. So we
Stayed
ended up
for
on-
86 minutes, mate.
That's shocking. As in, you stayed for that long.
I went as soon as that second goal went in.
So we ended up settling on 126.1.
Yeah.
Which is
We're
a
shit at this game.
We are really shit.
We
at this
are
game.
proper shit at this game.
We're too. What's the word? Biased about
Biased.
our players.
Yeah. I was just
we need
thinking
to
that
find-
I'm going to find a beauty for this week. Let me find one.
Well, Jesse, it was Jesse before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got Amdouni, which again, stinker, 29.2. Jan Sommer, 41.7, and then Granit Xhaka at 61 dead on, 131.9, which is reasonable. It's on the
Yeah,
ball.
it's not bad.
Doesn't break any records, but he's up there. So, Keith, I don't know if you got any thought about this, but what we'll do is, because we're recording this Tuesday, it'll go out next Tuesday.
Mhm.
We will do this weekend coming anyway,
Okay,
and then we will just do the results on the one after.
sounds good
So
to me.
this weekend coming,
Remind me of
which
the
is
target. Remind me of the target. of this
180.
one.
3
180.
players, 180 points.
All right.
Anything over, you are bust.
Got it.
And you've got free reign of Friday to Monday, because obviously we won't be recording until.
Oh, I mean, I'm
after then
going
anyway.
I'm going all MLS shit show league. So don't worry, we can get our 60s over here.
Right. Shall I start us off?
Go on then, mate.
Go for it.
Right. So I'm going to go with someone who got 2 assists on Sunday against the joint worst team in the league. And luckily for him, he's playing the outright worst team in the league. And I'm going to go Lewis Cook. At home to
Centre
Sheffield
midfield,
United.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, at home to Sheffield United.
Okay.
We're going bust this week, by the way.
So the player I'm going to go for is. I feel like I've got to back my boys this weekend. We've got a humongous game at home to Man City on Sunday. We've got a lot of injuries, but I have faith that we're going to get at least a point out of the game. And I'm going to go for our latest incredible right back, Connor Bradley.
Oh, look at all these academy players that aren't ours. Oh.
I'm going for someone that I hope gets a maximum score. Is Bogus for LAFC.
Yeah.
Ex-Leeds, I know, but he's in my gallery, so it's tough shit.
Yeah, so you're not carrying on with bias then?
No, but they've got a good fixture as well, and he should do well.
Versus
Okay.
that team with 10 Milia as their goalkeeper, right?
Yeah, he's going to have a few
So
shots.
help me on this game though. What score should I be trying to target here to get us?
So overall, it depends how you want to play it. You can go for
Yeah.
like 2 good scorers and someone
Right.
shit. You could go for
Right.
3 average. You can
Yeah.
mix it.
So
Whatever's easiest.
All right, so I'm gonna try to go up the middle and just like average. So I'm gonna go a guy that just like bangs 60s. Is Aiden Morris for the Crew, home for Chicago.
Yeah.
Let's start. Do I go next again?
Yeah, go.
all
All right,
all
I'll go
three.
one more. I'll just go one more. We're just gonna stay in Columbus because that's the MLS team I know the best, and it's a good fixture. So I'm gonna stay with the team. Try not to go too high again. They played midweek. Fuck. Jesus.
Well, you
I
need
just
3
realized.
players in total.
I know. I just
So,
my whole plan was okay. I can go there. Chicago's still sucks. Columbus is good at home, and I just realized they're in Houston this midweek, or I think tomorrow night. We're recording on Tuesday. We're gonna go with our shit player for Aaron because he already called him out. We're gonna go with shit Aaron Long for LAFC to get me
good.
to get between 30 and 40 here with a clean sheet.
I've got a feeling he's going to score quite well this weekend, but at the same time, he also could go really shit as well, like you say.
By the way, I've been joking about how shit the USA is. You know, he was like a starter for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Go on. Who's your last one?
And then the last one.
Okay, so I've got my 60 on the board. I've got my 40 to 50. So I'm looking for like a 60 to 70. Let's go with Atlanta. We're going to go just get a goal. Not much more. We're going to go to Yakamakis for Atlanta.
Nice.
Nice.
Home to New England. We'll go there.
I like that.
Sweet.
Well, I've just decided to randomly check my only lineup for the week, which is a 220. My captain came off the bench, and the other two players that have played today have got a combined 160 points. But I decided to captain the one that's currently sat on a 28.
Hey, you've done well
Nice.
there, mate.
What a knobhead. Connor Roberts absolutely banging for Leeds, Aaron. I know you love it.
I mean, he's in my all-star team, so I'm currently sat on 83 points from one
Nice.
player. So
Yeah, love that.
if he's gonna do well, at least I'm using him.
I've literally just got, other than well, I mean, 3 of my 5 are my Burnley collection that no longer play for Burnley. Because I've got Connor Roberts at Leeds, Anas Zarori at Hull, and Michael Obafemi at Millwall. But the boys fucking scored against Blackburn. Fucking legend.
So
Legend.
I only realised at like 2 p.m. today, like an hour before the deadline, that CSKA Moscow are actually playing their weekend fixture at 11 a.m. on Friday here. So it's actually falls into this midweek. And I was only found that because I was looking ahead to the weekend's fixtures, and I was like, how come they're not playing? And I looked back and realised that they were playing before the deadline. So I've had this. So I've snuck in a.
Did you get him in time?
Yeah, so I've snuck in a rare CSK Moscow stack into Challenger
Ooh.
Europe.
That could be
That's
lovely.
a good midweek team.
Yeah,
That could be lovely. That there can't be many other challenger teams.
there's a few in cross like Europa League and stuff.
Oh, Europa League, and it, of course it is. Yeah.
Not many. They've all got quite tough fixtures as well.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you're in knockout stages now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, Mark, not to interrupt, but I have to ask this question because Laird and I joke about this a lot. How long does it feel like CSK Moscow guys were off? Is it like 2 years?
Yeah, forever.
It does.
Forever.
It feels like I genuinely. When did their league stop?
I think it was
not
It
like
feels like it's been years.
I think it was like November, and then they're back in March. Yeah.
It
It
feels
literally,
fucking
I don't know what it
ages.
is with so rare, but literally it's like, have they played this year? Like,
Yeah,
this
I don't even
season?
have any. I don't even have any Russian cards, but like, it really does feel like they've been gone for a long time.
Yeah. Like, what brought it up was Laird about a Douglas Santos and a Wendell. And
Nice.
Like, I
Nice.
forgot they existed. Like, I forgot. Like, I thought like Russia just all the guys just went away. Like, I literally, and he's like, no, they play this weekend. I'm like, God, when did they play last?
Yeah.
Do you remember when?
Is it the same for
that-
Brazil as well, though? Don't Brazil come back in like April? So like,
Yeah, but
I
Brazil
thought-
plays Brazil. Like, if you're a complete sicko and you have like your guys on like SofaScore notifications too, they start
Their
playing
Winter
like
Cup.
their what is it? It's like their country championship,
Yeah.
or like a it's not scored, but for like 2
No.
months they play.
It's quite a big tournament though.
It's a big
Yeah.
deal. So they play a
I mean,
ton.
it
but
makes sense. I was in my MLS prep. I got Luquinas, and I was like, "Oh, that's great. He's scoring really well." And then he moved in like December, and it was like, "Oh, well, I can't use him for a third of the year." And you're like, "Well, what?" And he dropped in price as well. The moment he left MLS, it was like, "Well, you're not using him for 4 months, so he's just rocketed down."
The thing
Do you
is,
remember?
with
Hold
my Russian guys as well, because they are all Russian, and obviously because of the war, they're going nowhere.
Yeah.
So there's no like transfer risk or anything.
Safe bets.
Yeah.
There's always a silver lining to war, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Mark's profiting off war is what he's
But
saying. Effectively, a
the
war dog.
the crazy thing, I don't know if you guys, Mark probably has with his Russia stuff, but if I recall, like some of the Brazilian guys at Zenit, like some of them became Russian. Like when the war
Oh,
happened,
it
like,
happens
they,
all
like,
the time.
To stay
Yeah.
there.
What the hell? Like,
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens a lot in Ukraine as well, because they
Really?
get a lot of Brazilian players who
Yeah.
then take Ukrainian citizenship. It's ridiculous. Do you remember when that Zenit stack was literally, they were the best 4
because-
players on the
yeah.
game?
Well, yeah, because it
Yeah.
was Malcolm,
Malcolm,
Wendell.
Wendell, Douglas Santos.
Douglas
Who's the
Santos, yeah.
Who's the other guy?
It was the other midfielder. I can't remember what he was called, but they all had like a last five of like
was it
80.
Barrios? Was it Barrios?
Maybe, I can't remember, but they all had like a last five of 80.
Yeah.
Like they were ridiculous.
Just because you mentioned Laird there, can I just do a little podcast
Yes.
exclusive and something
a
to
good
make
way.
him extremely jealous?
A lovely way to
Yes.
wrap up.
So I had a nice parcel arrive at my work today, and it is the prizes for So Rare Sevens in Scotland. And we knew roughly what we was going to get, but we didn't know exactly what they were. So to make Laird completely jealous, So Rare Sevens, and the fact that it's actually in Scotland as well, makes it even like a double middle finger to Laird. To be
Yeah,
honest.
because he wouldn't be allowed to come even if he wanted to, because he's
Yeah.
legally banned from the country. Yeah.
So in order to make him completely jealous, they've sent us a signed Midtjylland jersey.
I really need to find Lossell's signature on there.
That is nice as well. I didn't realise it was Jack Jones. That's nice. That.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt. So we
I
got
like that.
So this is just a few of the things we've got. So we've got a signed Midtjylland jersey. We've got a squad signed
Yeah,
Chelsea shirt.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that's a nice
really
one.
good one. That
I love. Do you know what? I fucking hate Chelsea, but that badge is nice. The like holograph badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also
This
got
is the
a
one.
really,
This is a banger. This is
really
a banger.
smart signed Napoli shirt.
That's awesome.
Kvaratskhelia is
Signed
definitely on there.
Kvaratskhelia. So we've also got we've got 10 signed jerseys. We've also got 10 unsigned jerseys, and I've got a couple of two of the smartest ones here. So we got VFL.
That is a nice kit.
That's the Osnabrück one, isn't it? Yeah, that's
Osnabrück,
nice.
yeah.
That's a nice
We've
one.
got, I haven't taken it out yet, but we've got that Hajduk split
Yeah, good.
kit.
Some nice kits. See, for the unsigned ones, you don't want like a big team. You want an obscure
No, you can
team.
go get that from
But-
anywhere.
Yeah.
But for the signed ones, you want a big team with some sick signatures. That's what you want.
So like the unsigned ones, the best ones, the ones you can't buy in this country.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the ones you want.
100%.
We've also got a shit ton of these.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cat. And
This is
what
the
I want,
this is the one.
hot off the press. How much coins do they cost when they appeared once in the shop?
I think
Oh, the
50K?
hoodies,
there was
50K.
50,000 So Rare coins.
A So Rare hoodie.
But if you come to So Rare Sevens and buy into the raffle, you've got a chance. I'll be honest, Mark. I was half expecting you to wear one for the
Yeah,
recording tonight.
The thing is, I was going to, and then I realised I was cutting a lime in half and drinking, and no one wants lime juice on their freshly won So Rare hoodie. So
Very
By the
true.
way-
yeah, so big shout out to Momo at So Rare and Dan at So Rare and the other guys
Yeah.
for sorting us out with those prizes again.
Crazy.
Just to tease, I screenshotted it and said to Laird, "This jersey you can actually read the signatures." Because you guys heard? Did you guys hear the story on his other one?
Yeah.
So he's literally sending it to us. He was talking to Andy and I when he got the jersey, and he was so excited. He goes and puts it on, and an hour later he goes, "Oh crap! I think it's signed," because you couldn't tell because it's like they're wearing like almost like a silverish pin on the black, and it doesn't show. So he's like,
That's a
"Oh
nightmare.
crap! It's actually signed." We take this thing off.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't be wearing. Honestly,
Yeah.
when you see people that are wearing signed shirts, it's the behavior of a psychopath.
You should never
You
be
can't-
allowed to use the internet ever again.
Never. I remember seeing someone even just at Burnley, and they had like a Burnley shirt on, but it was like full squad signed, and I'm like,
No.
what are you doing? Just wear any other shirt. Any other shirt.
Would you wear a James Trafford signed jersey? Just
Not right
stuff
now.
on
Maybe
it?
maybe
How
in
about-
10 years.
Hold on, better one, Adam. Based on what I can tell, what would you do with
No.
the Dara? What would you
I'd
do
burn
with
it.
the
I'd
Dara
burn it.
O'Shea?
Yeah, I
signed
knew that was
jersey?
coming. I'd burn it. Yeah,
You
him and his
would.
stupid,
You'd
stupid
keep it
massive
and then
heads.
start promoting him around socials, going, you know what? He's not as bad as I made out. He's a really nice guy. Future-
Actually, met him. He's actually a really nice fella.
Yeah, love him in person.
Do you know what? You have absolutely nailed just how fickle I am. Because if he scores a winner on Saturday, he's the greatest centre back we've ever had.
Exactly.
Well, boys, before we shoot, anything else you want to talk about before we go?
Don't think so. Just want to say thanks to Keith.
Yeah,
Thanks for
always
the invite.
appreciate the big time difference guests that we have. Appreciate you joining us in the middle of your day, really. Yeah, but we'll leave it all there. We'll speak to you all soon. We'll make sure. Well, I mean, you'll hear your Saw Red Darts scores next week. Fingers crossed you've done better than we normally do because we are shit. But for this week, boys, I'll leave it all there. I'll speak to you all soon.
Cheers,
See you,
boys.
boys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.